and maybe we will be able to win the day here. This is, yeah, this is... Oh. Wow. Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Warsword Conquest and Slive and his cheese-seeking adventures. And so we have a little bit of something here. I have been doing a little bit of off-screen progression as well, nothing too dramatic, just basically trading a little bit with some salt, and also partaking in a couple of battles against the Bretonnian patrols and various other caravans and things like that. Just trying to make a little bit of cash, a little bit of experience here and there, and this is what our army is currently looking like. I rescued a couple of Skaven Corsairs. I don't exactly know how good these guys are, actually, but they seem okay. I mean, if you take a look at the stats here, they got 57 HP. That's pretty decent. 180 proficiencies across the board, so that's quite nice. Otherwise, I did also recruit a couple of Dark Ogre Lead Belchers, because I thought to myself, okay, we need a little bit of, you know, a little bit of brawn in our army, you know, because we do have quite a few Eshin assassins, and I like to keep those guys alive. So if the enemy is focusing on our ogre units, rat ogres and dark ogres and so on and so forth, then maybe, you know, maybe the Eshin assassins will be able to survive a little bit better. And otherwise, that's basically it. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of scouting around as well, because I think what is happening soon is that my mercenary contract is going to be up, and I will then be able to make a decision in regards to what I want to do, and that is, do I want to renounce my mercenary oath? Do I want to let it expire? And then that of course is going to mean that I will not have additional money. You know, that money is going to go away, and well, the cool thing actually about that is that then I will be able to potentially create my own faction. And I've been wanting to do that for a while, but obviously it's Warband. Warband generally has a timing issue. So basically you have to be extremely lucky when first creating your faction, unless you are just overwhelmingly powerful, which we're not at the moment. I don't think we're that powerful. I think we're okay, you know, we're doing all right in terms of our power at the moment. But our power level generally could be much more, and yeah, I could make a pretty obvious joke right now. I could say, it's not over 9,000, that's for sure. No, it's not over 9,000, but it could be, and I would like it to be. So let's try and see if we can maybe make that happen by defeating a couple of vassals in the area here. Because if I'm able to do this... By the way, I have a new spell, but yes, if I'm able to do this, then I will be able to potentially take one of the weakened fiefs in the area, and I'm thinking that I'm probably going to take Karak-Hern, because I don't really want to go for, shall we say, Brion. I think taking Brion is probably a bad idea, because if I take that... By the way, summoning rats is really, really fun. Yes, as you can see, I just summoned a whole bunch of temporary units. I'm pretty sure they're temporary units, actually. I don't think they joined me after the fact, but I think it's pretty awesome that I'm able to summon them, and they're only on a 2-minute cooldown, so that's pretty amazing. But otherwise, I have been attempting to obviously scout around, see what I can do about Bretonnians, you know, Bretonnia's fiefs and various things like that, and try and make sure that I know exactly what's going on with them. And from what I can tell, Brion and Karak-Hern are the only fiefs that are available, basically, for any opportunistic action whatsoever. We're not going to be able to take anything else with the sheer amount of units that they have in various garrisons. And that's a lot. They have 400 something in every single other fief that I have scouted so far, and that is obviously a big problem if we are wanting to expand further after we have created our faction. You know, we won't be able to expand further unless we go very far away from each of our fiefs. Like, obviously I do want to take Karak-Hern if I can, because there's actually only about 30 or so units in the garrison there, and there's a good reason for that, of course. The Skaven vassals have been attempting to take it back, and I don't blame them, of course. You know, they did get it taken while they were on campaign in Bretonnian lands, but obviously as it stands right now, we're still a mercenary, so becoming free of our bond is the first thing that we have to worry about, and I think it's coming up soon. So that's the main reason why I'm kind of being a little bit dubious here. and making sure that we just help out a couple of people in the area and try to weaken Britannia as much as we can. So as you can see here, we did lose quite a few. Oh yeah, wow. Actually not quite a few, but we lost some pretty hard core units. They're very, very good, these Eshin Assassins. I very much enjoy using them, and you can see here that our ally Plague Lord Skrog lost about 15 units to the Grim Reaper, but otherwise 121 enemies were eliminated. We actually did get a lot of relation with this guy, so who knows, maybe we'll get his help in the future. And yeah, there we go. Ah, this guy managed to escape. That's kind of unfortunate. But we do get another Rat Ogre. Very nice indeed. Wow, he's actually got a couple of very high tier units here. I'm kind of surprised. That's pretty cool. Okay. Otherwise, we can take a whole bunch of prisoners here, and that's obviously going to be really good because I will be able to go into the nearby town and sell them. I also bought a pistol, by the way, so apart from me buying the Vermintide spell, which is here, bought that for 2,700 from the Warlock's Guild. Apart from that, I was able to buy a Warplock pistol for about 5,000, so you can imagine I did do quite a lot of salt trading. Other than that, we're just going to be taking a whole bunch of loot here, nothing really too special, and we're going to hopefully sell that at the nearby town. So hopefully Plague Lord Skrolk is going to get out of here. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of vassals here as well that we need to be very wary of, because if they get us in a battle, we are probably going to lose quite a few. I mean, let's face it, we have a very strong ranged army at the moment, and I think we could probably deal with a kind of significant outnumbering against us, but yeah, for the moment I think we're pretty good. Oh yeah, by the way, I did get a couple more companions. I have a Beast Lord, no, not a Beast Lord, but I do have a Beast Man companion, and we also have another Skaven. Yes, we have Skreets here, and he's hopefully going to be leveling up pretty soon, because as far as I'm aware, I think he's pretty good at what he does. What is actually going on here? Why am I... Yes, I can't go in here. I actually thought that the Skaven took this for some reason. Why did I think that? Oh well, never mind. Okay, so that will obviously mean that once my mercenary contract is up, which I'm thinking it's going to be up pretty soon, we will be able to go in there, and you can see that we just confirmed how many units they have. They have about 30, so it's going to be very easy. Wow, the Night Goblins are doing a number on the Dwarves, aren't they? Look at this. The Night Goblins just took both of these fiefs in a matter of, I think, what, 3 in-game weeks or something like that? I don't know. I don't exactly know how long I've been playing off screen, but yeah, pretty effective actually. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a vassal with 96 in his army, and I feel like this is going to be kind of difficult because... Oh, maybe not. Never mind. Okay, I was thinking to myself, yeah, okay, so this guy is probably going to have some pretty strong cavalry because the various patrols and caravans that I've fought in my off-screen time have been very strong in terms of their cavalry forces, but, well... This environment is extremely good for an army like myself, and yeah, you can see already exactly the reason why that is. So much bombardment is easily able to deal so much damage, and well, hopefully dwindle the enemy's forces down significantly. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and just get my Vermintide spell, and I think I'm actually just going to cast that next time I get a Winds of Magic roll that is a little bit above 3-4, maybe something like that. Hopefully we won't get a 1 or anything like that. And yeah, there we go, 5. That's fantastic. Let's get some additional rats in here. They're not exactly fantastic, you know, but I think getting some additional infantry is always a good idea. Doesn't really matter which kind of infantry, as long as you're getting something. And so let's see if I can maybe move my forces a little bit over here. I want to make sure that we are in good positions. We haven't really eliminated too many of their cavalry right now, so I'm being pretty proactive when it comes to ordering around my infantry, because if my infantry are in the wrong positions, we're going to have some problems, especially with the initial charge. And speaking of the initial charge, actually, maybe I should do a little bit of spear bracing. Yes, look at that, spear bracing. How fantastic is this? Is it going to work? No, it didn't. Not as well as I had hoped. Oh well, never mind. I suppose we've basically got to order everyone to do that, I would assume, because at the moment that's probably, that's probably the way to go. You need a critical mass of spearmen to actually do that. Oh, there we go. We actually took out the Lord himself. Oh no, hello there. Seems like there are a whole bunch of enemy cavalry coming in. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad, but we do have a number of fellows that can actually do something here, so hopefully they will actually do something. And yeah, I'm actually going to cast Bless with Filth here if I can. There we go. And we're probably going to cast Wither as well, just to make sure that everyone is completely buffed and debuffed respectively, and maybe we will be able to win the day here. This is yeah, this is, oh wow, oh okay, that was pretty crazy. That is a Jade Grail Damsel. Was able to deal significant damage with whatever it was. I don't exactly know whether it was a spell or whether it was one of those thrown weapons, once again, kind of like a Globadier. And it dealt so much damage. 33 damage to me, and it took out a whole load more, so that was kind of impressive. Anyway, thankfully we only lost 3. We gained 13 renown from this, which is a fantastic number for such a small battle. I would say it is kind of a small battle. Anyway, he managed to escape? Really? He managed to escape? That is so sad. Oh well, never mind. He does have an Eshin Assassin, as well as a Scryer Jezzail and a Plague Priest for rescuing, and that's exactly what we like to see. Otherwise, we do have a number more prisoners to take, and we're going to be selling those at the nearby town. Alright, so here's a look at our weekly budget at the moment. You can see that if I were to renounce my mercenary ship, yes, anyway, if I were to renounce that, then I would be losing effectively 2,000 gold per week, which is a sizable amount, because as you can see, our profit is only 2,400 at the moment. Now bear in mind that I did build an ironworks at the Great Horn, because I thought to myself, okay, if we're going to be, because I obviously thought of this a little bit of time ago, and if we are going to be not a mercenary anymore, and we're going to become something else, whether that be our own king or liege of some kind, or maybe a vassal, then we are going to need some kind of supplement. And you can see here that, well, the ironworks is actually giving us the most out of all of our various investments here. But unfortunately, the mercenary payment is trumping that like nothing else. Look at it. It's over 600. Over 600, much more. Really kind of crazy. Anyway, I've just been waiting here at this town because I very badly want to have their marketplace refreshed so that I can buy some more salt. Here we go. Right. Okay, so this is where we have a decision to make. Now, of course, we probably cannot raid villages anymore. Or maybe we can, but I highly doubt it. We're probably going to lose a lot of reputation doing that, but who cares? We're Skaven. No one likes us anyway. Well, except the Dark Elves, kind of. Anyway, point is, we are going to become free of our bond. Bear in mind that we are going to be completely dependent on salt trading. From now on, we are going to be completely dependent on that. And if no one has any salt, or if we're a little bit reckless with our spending, then things are going to go south very quickly. Anyway, we're going to become free of our bond. There we go. And we are now going to see, yeah, there we go. All the salt has been refreshed. Last time I looked, which was literally just an in-game day ago, it was not refreshed. So this is pretty fantastic. Hopefully I have enough money to be able to buy as much salt as I want. And it seems like I have kind of a sufficient amount. I have not sold my prisoners yet though, so I probably want to head into the tavern and do that. By the way, did find a couple of extra Dark Ogre lead belchers in the tavern here as well, which is pretty awesome. And are these guys selling for as much as I could be getting here? Because yeah, maybe, because the paladin sells for 408, so I guess it's good enough. I'm actually thinking, I think the tavern keepers are fine. I don't think you really need to find a ransom broker in Warsword Conquest. I don't think so, because they don't sell for 50 as a default. And you can see that this one is not actually recruitable. But anyway, let's move on. to Skaven Blight, and I will be buying some more salt there as well. And thankfully we are still friendly with, with the Skaven, of course. If we weren't, then this would be very bad indeed. Alright, so just a quick look at how much salt I'm actually selling here. You can see all the bags that I have all been deposited into the merchant, and you can see 11,400 gold from that. Oh wow, alright, so that was pretty intense, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to get those ladders up and running, because you know how it is when you first, attack a village party or whatever, just to reduce the relation of a particular kingdom down to a negative number, and then you do your siege and you try and build a siege tower, or in this case some siege ladders. And of course siege tower is much riskier in that regard, because it takes obviously much longer, and I don't have any engineering skill. Don't know why I don't have any engineering skill, but I don't. And so it took me 9 hours to build these ladders, and that means that I could have been intercepted at any time by one of the Bretonnian vassals. Thankfully that did not happen, and thankfully we are now inside and dealing with the garrison here. Now bear in mind, I do actually have my gun equipped. I have my gun equipped finally, and I will be able to hopefully use it to good effect. And yes, what we're going to need to do is... What? Why are they... No, don't run in. No, I thought they were all holding position for some reason. Why? Why were they running in? Ah, okay, well, never mind. It's okay, because the Poison Wind Globadiers kind of need to be a bit closer, so I think that's fine. And I would like to try and maybe do a little bit of something here myself. So hopefully I will be able to do that. Ah, hello there. Are you going to die from me? Yes, you are. Oh, that's amazing. I like this. I like this gun. I like this gun quite a bit. I think it's going to be quite effective for us. And a Poisoned Wind Globadier has run in there for some unknown reason. Oh yeah, take that, questing knight. No quests for you. No. Your quest has failed, questing knight. To slay those 10 whatever in the forest. Yes. Boars or whatever that whatever that reference is. Yes. Great. Anyway, apparently a magical shield protects him from damage. So we do need to be a bit careful of these paladins by the looks of things. Hello. Ow. That hurt. Ow. That hurt as well. I can't take a healing potion by the looks of things while I am in a siege. I'm pressing H right now. No, that does not work, unfortunately. It doesn't have it available anyway, so I would expect that to be the case. Anyway, now let's just get our infantry to charge in here. We only have 2 enemies remaining, so it should be easy enough, but bear in mind that these paladins are obviously going to be kind of difficult for us to deal with, because obviously they do have those magical shields that protect them from all damage. So you can imagine how difficult they are going to be to eliminate. Not that difficult as I'm talking. Yes, they got killed. Anyway, there we go. 4 renown, 4 morale. That's not really the reason why I'm doing this, of course. And we do have a pretty substantial amount of additional units here. However, the main problem that we face now is the fact that because we are not a mercenary any further, we do not have the army capacity. And you can see the army capacity has dramatically decreased. I think I had about 114, about 115 maximum capacity as a mercenary. But now, of course, because I'm not that any further and I'm not a king or a liege yet, then, well, you can obviously tell what the problem is. And I will not be able to take these rescued prisoners, which is a huge waste. Just letting you know that, obviously, already. But, yeah, anyway. That is fine. Let us leave, and we have taken it. We have taken it. There we go. Slythe of Skaven Blight has taken ownership of all of these places. There's actually 3 villages associated with this particular town, which is pretty cool. And we can plunder it and keep the spoils all for yourself. 8,800. I don't really want to plunder it because it's actually going to be mine. So, yes. Okay, so here we go. Kingdom. Aha. Okay, so what are we going to be called? What are we going to be called? I think there's only 2 options, really. We can either have Clan Cheese, or we can have Clan Slythe, who is obviously our character. So, for those of you that want Clan Cheese, go and cheer. Okay, well, there was quite a few of you, and those of you that want Clan Slythe, you also cheer. Well, actually not as many. not as many. So clan cheese it is. I'm sure many of you are absolutely wonderfully, overjoyed by clan cheese, and it's also CC, so why not? It's also CC. Anyway, color. This is kind of amazing. Okay, so clan cheese. Clan cheese is a bright green at the moment. No, we have to make it a cheese yellow, of course. Did you know that cheese is actually not naturally yellow? Apparently cheese is naturally a shade of purple. Can you imagine that? I'm completely pulling your chain and absolutely just, telling all kinds of porkies. Yeah, anyway, let's continue onward. And there we go, clan cheese. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so we are now the proud owner of our own faction, and we do have 172 in our army capacity now. So that is obviously a big deal going forward, and that means that I'm probably going to have to do quite a few things here. I'm actually unsure what I should do now. We should probably build something. Shouldn't we? We should probably build something. So let's build a war academy. I'm pretty sure that... Okay, let's not build the war academy, because that's apparently very expensive indeed. Yeah, I probably should have built up a little bit more of a nest egg, shall we say, but I was kind of wanting to see how we'd do if I did create my own faction. And do bear in mind that a war academy will train our faction's special troop for our town, which is a rat ogre, as far as I'm aware, so that's how you can get them otherwise. And yeah, I do need to place a whole bunch of people in the garrison here as well. I guess we could go into the tavern. Oh yeah, there's a ransom broker. A couple of mercenaries, actually. A couple of mercenaries might actually not even be that bad. So I guess, you know what? Let's just take a couple of these guys. Oh wow, can we actually take this guy? 4,500. Okay, sure, why not? Join me. I mean, he's kind of a mercenary, and... Okay, you know what? Let's have it that he was enslaved by the Skaven because he was such a righteous knight, and he decided to attempt to defeat us in battle, and he was in over his head. And he decided, hey, okay, I have lost. Now please enslave me. That's what he said. You can believe me. I was there. Anyway, let's see what we're going to do about our domestic policy. High centralization reduces tax inefficiency of the king, raises it for vassals. Okay, yeah, let's do quite centralized. And high aristocracy will improve the relations. We'll be able to raise bigger armies, but it will decrease trade. A little aristocratic. High serfdom reduces tax inefficiency. Okay, but troops lose morale. Okay, we're going to do mostly serfs. Yeah, mostly serfs, I guess. Troop quality, let's do great quality. Actually, let's just do good quality. Decreases army size. That's the thing with Skaven. We want big armies, so I guess we'll just do good quality. We don't want them to be too bad, obviously, and maximize exports while minimizing imports and increase government regulation of industry. Yeah, a little bit. Alright, so there you go. Clan cheese is now a thing. And, well, this is going to be kind of interesting, because I don't know how we're going to do here. I do have that Beastman companion that could technically become a vassal of ours. And no one has declared war against us just yet. So that does mean that, well, actually Britannia obviously is at war against us. So they technically could show up at any time and they could be like, hello there, and do a lot of damage to us. So I don't know whether that's going to be a thing. But what I do know is that we're pretty close, we're pretty close to the Skaven, so it would be kind of nice for us to head over there and try and reinforce our garrison. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, between episodes, is I'm going to place all my units, and I'm talking about all my units in the garrison here. And I'm going to run over with all my little furry legs and my tail, just going to run over here, and I'm going to try and recruit as many people as I can from these villages, and then head back, because I'm hopeful that Warsword Conquest AI works the same way that every other AI works in Warband mods, and that they see numbers more than they see quality. And so I'm just going to stack a whole bunch of Skaven slaves in the garrison here, maybe employ a trainer or something, and then get those guys leveled up in the meantime as well. So yeah, pretty good, pretty successful start to our faction. Obviously, that is until Britannia turns up with over 1,000 units. They're probably going to do that, aren't they? Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.